Hello, everyone. How are y'all doing today? I hope you're doing well. So, I really like this one content creator. Her name is Drew Afuwalo. Love her name. It's like so sweet. Um, and her recent situation that she's had going on, like, really reminded me of like I don't know, just kind of like a new quote that I kind of live by. I've never heard it, and it's just like something. Oh my gosh, I came up with it. No, it's literally just like I don't know. I think it really resonates with me, but I think it really resonates with her situation as well. So basically, she um had a podcast clip circulate around an old podcast clip, and basically she was with um I don't know, like she had a guest, and like they I don't know. I don't know if they identified as a woman or like they're like non-binary or a guy. I don't know their identity. But basically they were saying how like being trans um like you're able to like get so much more out of like womanhood than like a cis woman. Or like it's like a more beautiful perspective or like more well-rounded. And it's just like I get what they're trying to say. Um but I do agree with a lot of women that it is kind of insane because I think womanhood is beautiful, but it's like if you can just cherry pick the good parts, it is going to be beautiful. Like if you're going to I don't know, like I feel like we get so caught up in labels and like again just like scared to offend people that it's like it's okay to make a difference between two things. Like trans women are trans women. That's we love. Women are women. We love. And it doesn't make them invalid in any way. It doesn't make them less valid. Like it's just like there's gonna be crossover, but there also is like very clear differences between the two experiences. And I think that can be shared really well with each other, but it's just like I feel like the respect is just not going both ways. It's like I feel like a lot of cis women are able to, mind you, there's still a lot that don't, but a lot of cis women are able to respect trans women. However, when it comes to like trans women respecting cis women, like I feel like I don't know, the energy is more just like you're gonna accept me rather than um me trying to respect you. Because at the end of the day, like whether you like it or not, I mean, you are going into women's spaces, you are going into women groups, you are, you know, operating in the world as a woman. And it's like, why would you not want to be respectful to other women? You know what I mean? And like, you know, it's a give and take. Like, if you're receiving respect, you have to give it as well. And I just feel like Drew, she's calling women who are, you know, have an issue with like again, this stupid ass quote saying that the trans experience is so much more beautiful than like womanhood from a cis woman. It's just a dumb thing to say, especially because like womanhood does not look the same for all women. It looks completely different for a lot of women. Like, mind you, like a tomboy is still a woman. You know what I mean? Like, they're not trans. Sure, they express it in a different way, but like at the end of the day, they're still a woman and they do identify as a woman. You know what I mean? Like, um, but if you're just, you know, having fun, glitz and glam, sure, it's gonna be an amazing time. But at the same time, it's like I feel like a lot of women actually do fall into the category where it's just like they're literally just existing, makeup and stuff, and getting glam, and like that's all fun and all the femininity part of it. But like at the end of the day, there's so much to being a woman that's that more than that. You know what I mean? Like, and so people who are getting offended by that, which I think is like a really rightful offense. I mean, you're intruding into cis women's space and saying that your experience of womanhood is better than theirs. And mind you, it's like there's just so many differences between trans women and women. There's a lot of crossover. There's a lot of love. There's a lot of shared experiences. But like a lot of trans women, they don't know growing up as a woman. They have never had a period. They can't get pregnant. It's just reality. And even like super TMI, but like just genitalia will look different too. Like those experiences are just different, and it doesn't make you any less valid, and it doesn't mean that like you can't like experience things with your girlfriends. Like, you know what I mean? And like I even talked about like being trans, like possibly being like kind of one of my routes that I go down. And never do you want to like intrude on someone else's life experiences. Mind you, a whole group of people's life experience. But to the people who are offended by that, Drew, it just seems like she doesn't care. Like, she's here for trans women, but not here for cis women that are getting offended. And also, those cis women who are getting offended, mind you, I'm also offended. I am like a white male. Like, it's literally like, it goes beyond just cis women, but it's just like, it's just a stupid fucking thing to say with peace and love. Um, but Drew, she was also calling all those women turfs. So, like, you grow up as a girl, you have all these things, all these experiences, and someone who transitions supposedly has a more well rounded, awesome, amazing experience of womanhood than you. I just think that's insane to say. It's insane behavior and like being so offensive, and then the people who are offended, like pointing the finger at them and calling them turfs is absolutely insane. Because again, a lot of the people I see responding, they literally are obsessed with trans women. They're like, we love y'all, but like, respect is a true two-way street. You know what I mean? Like, they're giving respect, but like, how? Where's the respect to be given back? Like, I think that is absolutely insane. And um, the problem I think is like, Drew is dying on the hill, dying on that, like that anyone who's offended by it is just a turf. And her first video that she made, trans women in her life were getting affected by it, so she addressed it to apologize to trans women. Trans women weren't offended by that. Like, maybe they were offended like me, where it's just like, why would you intrude on that? You know what I mean? But like, in this instance, like, also, they are speaking for trans women, and there's not a trans woman in the room. Like, I don't believe the person who was like talking with Drew was a trans woman, but there's not a trans woman in the room, so I can't even say if trans women are offended. I do believe they should be. They probably are, because it's like, not only that you're putting like such an offensive statement in their mouth, but like, it's not even something they said. They're like, what the hell? Um, but all this to say this. It's okay to just admit you're wrong. It's okay to recognize when you take a misstep. And I feel like maybe she doesn't think that she's wrong. Maybe she thinks that everyone, who is offended by it is a turf. I just think that's like insane behavior. Like, we're talking about like, I don't know. We're not even talking about like a subgroup of. We're just talking about women on TikTok are the ones who got offended. Like, just women in general. Like, I don't know. I don't really see anyone like coming to her defense with peace and love. But it's like, how is like you could be so in the wrong, but like you still think you're right. Love the persistence, love the perseverance. I just no self reflection going on. No, like the pride is just like it's okay to be humble for a second. It's okay to recognize we say wrong things. And the problem too is like she has an audience that's like literally just all women. So it's like her whole audience, well, not her whole audience, but like a lot of people are offended by this, and it's just like just apologize. And like I think it's insane. Like I think maybe she thinks she's fighting for the underdog, but the underdog at the end of the day is women. Like point blank period. Like people think they can like, like women, women are so nice and like they think you're passive. They think, oh, we can just say whatever. Like, no, like you are absolutely not just gonna like trudge this ground. Um, think that women are going to be passive about this and think that you can like speak on their experience for their behalf. Like, I just think that's insane. I think it's gross and it's okay to be wrong. Like, literally, no one would care if she just like was like, "Hey, I was probably wrong about this." Like, even if it's like, I don't like quite see like the issue, but like, um, I have a large woman fan base, and like, I don't want to like hurt y'all. You know what I mean? So like, because sometimes like you don't even like recognize when you need to apologize, but you should probably apologize just because like you're probably not seeing something if it's that large of a group that is offended by it with peace and love. I mean, if it's like one instance and like you're like, maybe I didn't get my point across, or maybe like things didn't get said right or whatever, fine. But like, we're talking about women just like in general are offended. Like, and that's the thing. And also, the thing about this too is that trans women are going to be taking the brunt of this because it's like, if we're going to die on the hill, people are just going to think trans women everywhere think this and think they're so high and mighty above women that it's going to make women resent trans women. And like, that's not the goal at the end of like, we want to be able to come together. We want to come together. And I think it's a step back, and it's okay to be willing to be wrong. That's the biggest thing is like, through everything that you do, you're gonna mess up. You're gonna make mistakes. You're not gonna say the right thing. You're gonna say maybe the right thing every now and then. But like, it's okay to be wrong. And I just filmed a video too talking about like just kind of spirituality, like where I stand with my faith. And it's okay to just be wrong at the end of the day. Like, that's life. And I think when you don't recognize that, you set yourself up for failure. You're not going to end up growing at the end of the day. And it's going to be this whole mess like it is now, where, I mean, just fighting with every single person in the comments. I mean, oh my goodness. But like, I don't know. I love her at the end of the day. I just hope she apologizes. I um I think she'll definitely come back from this. Love and Stan. It's just I don't know why some people are like unwilling to apologize. It just seems a little counterproductive, counterintuitive, and incredibly pretentious. Like, we're all trying to learn new things at the end of that. Like, we're all trying to expand. We're all trying to, And someone brought up a good point that progress doesn't necessarily always mean like going forward. So like, we can go like super forward on these things to where gay people, trans people get their rights and whatnot. But whenever it gets taken to the extreme, where it's like going beyond just rights, and it's more again just like taking over space. I mean, it's like you're going into women's spaces. You want to be respectful because it's a women's space. Why would you want to literally take over and dictate that like a dictator? That's literally insane. And I'm not talking about like um I'm just saying like in general with like the argument to be had. I'm not talking about like bathrooms or whatever. I'm talking about like if you want people to love and respect you as a woman, then like respect women. It's really not that hard. It's really not that much to fathom. And like when people have concerns, recognize when they're valid, recognize when they are, not seated in hate. I know a lot of trans people still get hate. A lot of hate. But the only thing is like when you don't um like apologize for this, it's adding fuel to that fire. And that's the trans women who I have seen respond was saying is like there's not even a trans woman in the room and we're talking about this. Like that's what's insane. And to not even apologize and just like keep going with it, I think that's the issue, is like just unwilling to apologize, unwilling to reflect, unwilling to recognize when you were wrong. And it's okay. It's literally okay. Like, literally, there's so many people on the internet now. I mean, think like Trisha Paytas. Like, think how many times Trisha Paytas has been wrong. And it's literally like all she does is like recognize like how wrong she's been. And like people are literally obsessed with her. I don't know if it'll last forever, but like, as of right now, like people are obsessed with her. And like people love to see change, growth, accountability. And when it becomes this big thing, there's dire consequences to it. Like that's the real issue, is it's like if it's really pride at the end of the day, because now that you don't want to double back, you don't want to apologize, whatever, trans women are going to take the fall for that. And of course, it's going to like affect you as well. Like it's not, but like because people are going to look at that and think that all trans women think like that, and I don't think that. I like we want to be respectful people in society. It's just like I don't know. I think it's just a little insane, and it's okay to admit you're wrong. But anyways, that's gonna be it for today's video. Much love to everyone in this video. Like, no hate. Literally, it's all love. It's all love. Like, I literally am obsessed with Joao Falwell. She's one of the only people that like really taught me to have a voice and um just be outspoken and not give a fuck. You know what I mean? So I don't know. I love that about her. But I think kind of instances like this, you kind of see like maybe the flaws kind of show through. But it's okay. We're all human at the end of the day. It's like, who cares? Yeah. Anyways, I hope y'all have an awesome, amazing, splendid, wonderful, fantabulous, amazing day. And I'll see you on the next one. Okay. Bye.